So, in this video, we will be going over my first month experience investing in the stock market and my review of the my first month using the Robinhood app to invest in the stock market. In fact, this is also my first month ever really actually buying any stock at all. And I think I could not have done it without the Robinhood app. So as soon as you open this, it uses the Face ID to open it, and it's much more responsive than all these other apps that I have as well, which I will go over in some other videos. But those other apps have some other uses. For example, Acorns allows you to invest spare change. So every time you swipe a card, it will invest any that remaining to the last dollar amount. So if it's 550, it'll invest 50 cents into a portfolio of your choosing. So I like that as more of my savings. But for real investing, Robinhood is the best app that I have come across, and as you can see, I have used other apps as well. It's so amazing because right away you can see your performance. So I've invested about $4,508, and I'm up 6.21% on my portfolio. And you can just slide over any of the charts, and here where it says buying power, if you click on that, that is your buying power and cash that you can buy stocks with, and you can of course deposit more. And the stocks that you are invested in come right here. So I've invested in like 39 different stocks already, and I think I could not have done it. I could not have done it without the Robinhood app, because I tried some of the other apps and they just don't make sense. So for example, if we look at Webull, it's just so confusing. Look at that, and it's just, I can't even slide on this chart. And don't get me wrong, like a lot of people love Webull, but as I told you, this is my first month investing in the stock market. So I'm a complete beginner, I'm a complete amateur. So this gives me, a great UI, user experience, in my opinion. So like you can, so right here, if you click on a stock, like let's say Apple, you can, slide through 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, or even 5 years. And that's the max it goes to. And you can, see how much it has gone up. And like Apple has gone up 328% in 5 years. In 1 year, it has gone up 161%. And it'll like show you how many shares you have, what is the average cost that you bought at, and your today's return, total return. And then it'll give the stats. So like before you invest, your position comes after you invest, and stats just show up, and details about when did it open. It gives simple details, unlike the other apps, and that's what I like as a beginner. And it also gives you 41 analyst ratings, only for stocks, because this app does allow you to it'll show the earnings, and it'll also show the history of how you bought it. So like when you bought it, your transaction history. And but the only thing is that this analyst rating is only for companies and stocks, but not for something like an ETF, which is like a index. So like not for like Federal Realty Investment Trust, which I have. Oh, actually, this is a company as well. Sorry, not like a VNQ, which is a Vanguard US REIT Fund Index. So you see, there's no analyst rating for this one, and so it'll also give you messages of like notifications, kind of, but into each company's own chat. So, for example, sticking with the Apple. So when on August 31st, Apple a change happened to your portfolio because Apple split one share into four. So one share's value was divided into four and given four shares. So whoever, so I had like 1.5, if for example, and mine became like six because that's what Apple did. It just cut it in four, right? So you'll have four more, and the value remains the same, and then it starts again. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I really like it. I've been able to invest in 39 amazing stocks that have netted me 6.21% already in the first month. I mean, it's not a lot considering I invested over $4,000 of my own money to make back only 263.68. But that's the stock market, and the best you can kind of hope for, most people say, is a year-on-year return of about 6 to 8%. If you're really lucky, you're going into 10%. And another thing I want to talk about is that the app does allow for drip investment, which is basically dividend reinvestment. So some stocks, like for example AT&T, that I have about 3 shares of, pays a dividend. So it'll pay about 6.89% annually, which will be divided either in quarterly, so every 3 months, or every month mostly. And those are called dividends. So one of the best ways you can invest is to reinvest your dividends and don't take them out as a beginner investor. And that's what I have learned in my new journey as a stock market investor. Everyone suggests, even like Warren Buffett,